Okie dokie, boys and girls. So today I want to talk a bit about self-sabotage because when most people think about self-sabotage, they think about drinking alcohol, having a bad diet, not exercising, sleeping in late, not doing anything with your life. But there's multiple forms of self-sabotage, and today I have a bit of a special example because to me self-sabotage is anything that prevents you from reaching your most important goal, right? And for me, that's bulking, that's getting strong, that's putting on weight. Now, what I did today was a 1 hour threshold run. And if you don't know what a threshold run is, it's basically going at a pace that you can only hold for 1 hour with a max out effort. So I did that for 1 hour. I held that pace for 1 hour. I just tried what my threshold is, and I was completely fucking destroyed. That was from this morning, right? It's been a couple hours since then, but that's not compliant with my goals, right? So you might think to yourself, holy fucking shit, you went out for an all out run. That's quite good, right? But in reality, it's not gonna benefit my bulk. It's not gonna benefit getting stronger in the pistol squat, right? And yes, I did get a 10K PR, which is, it's nice, but the dopamine I get from that is nothing different than the dopamine an alcoholic gets from drinking a glass of whiskey, right? It's the same thing. And a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, I did a 50-kilometer run, but that's a bit different because by doing that 50-kilometer run, I was able to remove months and months of doubts in my mind. I was able to free my mind basically. I no longer any doubts that I could do it, and I was able to focus more on the bulk again. But this was just whim. I was supposed to go out for an easy K, like an easy 10K. Then I was thinking to myself, well, let's do it at a 5:30 pace. And when I started out, I accidentally hit a 5 minute pace. And I was like, well, let's fuck it. Let's do, a 50-minute 10-kilometer race. And then basically I wound up doing 12 kilometers and some in 1 hour. So it's like plan number E. I basically got carried away and prevented myself from doing the optimal workout today. Now, when you have, that's enough bullshit, right? But that's also a form of self-sabotage. That's all I'm trying to say here. But when you realize that you fucked up, you have two choices. You can either, sit down and accept and be like, fuck, today's fucked, I can't do anything anymore. Or you can try to make things right, which is what I tried to do today. As soon as I stopped running, gasping for air, I was like, fuck, today's leg day is gonna be difficult because the original plan of today was gonna be to, hit some PRs. And I'm not talking post 50-kilometer run PRs. I'm talking lifetime PRs. I'm talking 25 total Nordic curls in the form of a 5x5. I'm talking 8 post squats on the pistol squat with 36 kilos. These are lifetime PRs. And, like I said, when you're done self-sabotaging, when you realize that you did something fucked, right? You have the choice of either sitting down and giving up on your original plans for the day, or you can try to make things right. So what I did is I postponed my training as much as possible. I have given myself 1.5 hours before I have to leave. In the meantime, I've eaten some bananas, I've eaten a kiwi, I've rehydrated with salted water. I had a big breakfast with a sweet potato as well. So I'm getting carved up, I rested, I took my feet off the ground, and basically, I'm gonna try and turn this whole fiasco of this morning into a positive. Because you might think to yourself, well, take it easy. You had a fucking PR on your running, but running is not my main goal at the moment, so I shouldn't take it easy on myself. You also shouldn't use these things as an excuse because like for a reason that you're not progressing. Oh yeah, I'm bulking, but I'm not getting weight. But I did get a run, right? I did get a run. That's bullshit because your goal is not to run. Your goal is to bulk. So if you use your running as an excuse, well, it's the same. Like I would say, it's the same degree of a bad excuse as just saying I didn't want to fucking do it today. That's basically how you should look at it. But you can also use it as a fucking fuel, right? So today I'm fucking stressed for this workout. I'm gonna do the same fucking workout. I'm gonna do 5x5 on the Nordic curl. I'm gonna hit those pistol squats. I'm gonna do the same fucking workout. The only difference is I'm way more stressed than I was before. Like, I don't know how this is gonna go, but the adrenaline, the not knowing it, it's gonna allow me to at least put out a fucking decent effort today. So I'm gonna not do a lot of commentary, to be honest. I don't feel like it. I wanna fucking concentrate on this workout. Then I'm gonna go outside, do 5 sets of 5 Nordic curls, just body weight, which is gonna be a lifetime PR. Then I'm gonna head inside and hit 8 pistol squats with 36 kilos, which is also gonna be a lifetime PR. Let's go. Okay, so mission 1 has been completed. And holy fucking shit, I don't need music today because there is no greater motivation than my own voice in my head telling me that I'm a fucking idiot for doing that run tomorrow. So, no music today, but hey, it was all my own fucking choice. I have no one to blame but myself for being in this situation. So, only one choice, and that's to get through it. So, I'm gonna warm up here with the pistol squats. I'm feeling a bit lethargic and, how do I fucking say it? Sick to my stomach from the fucking big breakfast I ate to compensate for the run. But like I said, or like they say in Japanese, jigo jitoku, you reap what you sow. So, you reap what you sow. So let's get warmed up and hit a set of 8 reps on past pistol squats. Fuck! Fuck yes! Woo! Fuck! Yes! 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 Okay, so I was debating on being lazy and not doing my mobility work. But at the same time, I'm reading David Goggins' book at the moment, Can't Hurt Me and Never Finished. And he talks about the 1 second decision, if you're in pain, take a step back and think about your future self, if you want to be in that situation, if you quit right now. And the one thing that's preventing me from having a good night's sleep tonight is this fucking mobility work. I've done all the rest, I've done my PRs that I wanted to do, even though I was fucking trashed from the run. If I quit now on the fucking mobility stuff, the thing I should be doing, right? I'm gonna be so disappointed because physically, this is just the most easy stuff, So let's just get to it. 3 sets of 5. I remove the towel under my feet so that I have to use more mobility. That's why I call this mobility training. The pistol squat itself is not difficult, but it's challenging to not fall backwards, basically. So let's do this, and then we can rest in peace. Okie dokie. So that's it for today's workout. And I often talk about the fact that you can do whatever training you want to do, right? And if you want to do multiple things at the same time, you can do that as well. You just have to, take into account the eggs in the baskets principle. You have so many eggs, and if you put them all in one basket, you're gonna really progress on that one single thing, on that one single task. If you diverse your eggs and you put them in multiple baskets, you're gonna get progress, slower progress on each of those items. So when I tell people like you can bulk and you can planche at the same time, or you can do cardio and you can train for strength at the same time, I fucking mean it. But you also want to avoid using the fact that you're doing that as an excuse. You don't want to say, oh yeah, my planche progress, I'm not progressing because I'm bulking, right? Or my legs are weak because I'm also running. No, if you tell yourself that your goal is to get strong as fuck and you want to run at the same time, by all means go for it, right? But don't use one as an excuse for the other, because that mindset is going to prevent you from progressing in either one of them, right? For me, my main focus is fucking strength and bulking. On the side, I'm doing running. That's my daily cardio. I'm supposed to do it at a low intensity so that I use it for recovery, right? To get my blood flowing, to actually have more energy during my workouts. So if there are days like today, that I just go all out, 1 hour effort, balls to the wall, and then I have a fucking leg day workout, I have no right, I have no fucking right to use the run as an excuse to then fail PRs, fail intended intensities on that workout. It's up to myself to fucking do that shit anyway, because the one who brought the situation upon me is myself. Self-sabotage, it's in the name, you're doing it yourself, you have no one else to blame. So by all means, right, do fucking everything at the same time if you really want to go for it, but don't make excuses, right? And yeah, that's what I want to say today, because I'm supposed to be fucking doing the running at a low intensity like I just said, right? I mean, I did the 50k run to free my mind from the stress of not knowing if I can do a marathon, right? And I fucking did it. Now my mind is free. I'm supposed to focus everything I have in my fucking body on strength and muscle size, right? To gain muscle, to gain weight. That's what I'm supposed to do. Yet here I am this morning, supposed to do an easy 10k, turns into let's do 5:30 for a pace. I run the first 200 meters in 5-minute pace by accident. I'm like, wait, this is still okay. Let's just do 5-minute pace for the 12 kilometers an hour for the 10k. Which then turns into a fucking all-out war. It's difficult from the 3rd kilometer onwards into let's just do a fucking threshold 1 hour session. That entire process, I'm just getting carried away. I'm getting distracted from the actual goal. It's like kind of when you're little and you're at a family party and you're eating all the snacks before dinner, and your mom tells you, well, watch out because you have to eat dinner as well, right? You have to eat dinner as well. If you're not able to eat dinner, you won't get dessert. And then you just keep fucking eating the snacks. But guess what? At the dinner table, you're not able to eat and you have to skip out on the dessert, right? That's kind of the situation. For me, running is the fucking snacks. And the main part, dinner, is the fucking bulk, is the fucking strength. And dessert is reaching my goals, right? It's reaching the 20 seconds planche hold. It's reaching the 45-second front lever hold. It's reaching a 75 kilo pistol squat and 20 Nordic curls. That's the dessert. That's what I'm aiming for, right? That's the fucking cherry on top of the cake. And the snacks are they're delicious, right? And you're telling yourself, you're patting yourself on the back, holy shit, you did a good job on that run, You gave it your all out best and you had a fucking PR. But it's a fucking snack. It's not your goal. It's a distraction. So, don't go easy on yourself, You have to keep that stuff tracked in your mind. And, when you fuck up like that, make sure that you do everything in your power to go above and beyond and turn it into a positive thing. And that's all I want to fucking say for today. So I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm not gonna have breakfast because I had breakfast and I feel fucking sick to my stomach. I'm gonna have a shower and a snack because that's another thing, right? If I can run like this, well, then damn sure I have to be able to eat like this as well. So I'm gonna have a snack at least, have a big dinner tonight, and now enjoy the rest of my fucking sunny Sunday afternoon. So I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, what the fuck? It's Saturday, but you get the point. I'll see you tomorrow for push.